Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Faye and Yoko spotted at TK and Nur'S wedding. Internet goes wild as the iconic couple resurfaces after airport sighting. In a turn of events that has sent fans spiraling into excitement, chaos, and full-blown detective mode, Faye and Yoko have been spotted together once again, this time at the highly anticipated wedding of TK and Nur. The couple's unexpected appearance marks their first public outing since their mysterious airport sighting last week, a moment that triggered rumors ranging from spontaneous elopement to secret honeymoon travels. But nothing could have prepared guests for the scene that unfolded at the star-studded TK-Nur celebration. Witnesses say the room shifted the moment Faye and Yoko entered the venue. Cameras turned. Conversations stopped. Even the orchestra, according to one attendee, missed two notes because the violinist gasped too loudly. The couple's quiet arrival created a wave of whispers that rolled through the hall, with guests nudging one another like, "Is that them?" Faye, dressed in an elegant soft cream ensemble, walked confidently beside Yoko, who wore a sharp black suit with a pearl clasp that had social media users zooming in within seconds. Fans online immediately recognized the clasp, the same one Yoko was wearing in the viral airport photos, sparking theories that this accessory now holds deep emotional meaning between the two. What made their entrance even more shocking was how at ease they seemed. After weeks of global speculation, edits, conspiracy theories, and nonstop commentary about their aisle-breaking wedding moment, the couple appeared peaceful, warm, together. A glowing presence that instantly stole attention without trying. Guests reported that TK and Nur, the newlyweds themselves, paused to greet Faye and Yoko with a hug that lasted noticeably longer than the other greetings. One guest claimed, TK whispered something to Yoko, and they both laughed. Whatever it was, it felt like an inside joke. Of course, the internet exploded the moment the first blurry photo leaked. Within minutes, hashtag Faye and Yoko at the wedding trended worldwide. TikTok users began recreating their entrance. Twitter users wrote dramatic fanfiction based on 5 pixels. Instagram fan pages posted HD enhancements that looked like movie posters. Wedding photographers were begged for clearer shots. But what truly sent fans into emotional meltdown was the moment during the ceremony when Faye was caught wiping a tear as TK and Nur exchanged vows. The clip, now circulating everywhere, shows Yoko gently touching Faye's back, a tiny gesture, soft and brief, but powerful enough to make millions swoon. It didn't take long for the internet to connect this moment to the previous week's airport appearance, where Faye and Yoko were seen standing close, whispering, almost glowing. Some fans believe TK and Nur's wedding held sentimental weight for the couple, possibly tied to their own emotional journey. One popular theory suggests TK may have been the one who introduced them years ago, which would explain the warmth and nostalgia in Faye's eyes. The wedding reception only deepened the public fascination. Multiple guests reported seeing Faye and Yoko slow dancing during the couple's first dance. Others say Yoko rested her head lightly on Faye's shoulder at one point, a moment someone in the back captured on video, so grainy it looks like a security camera clip, yet fans are treating it like a historical artifact. Even TK and Nur spoke briefly to reporters as they left the venue later that night, saying, "It meant so much that Faye and Yoko came. Their presence is a blessing. And yes, they're just as beautiful in person as everyone imagines." The internet didn't stand a chance. Comment sections flooded with emotional breakdowns. They are out in public again? I'm not ready. From the airport to the wedding? My heart. They look like a soft power super couple. Who invited them, and how do I thank them? As with any Faye and Yoko sighting, theories are now multiplying rapidly. Some fans think the couple will announce a project soon. Others believe they're entering their quiet romantic era, appearing only at events that hold personal significance. And some, the dramatic ones, are convinced this was a symbolic statement, a reminder that despite the chaos, fame, and global obsession, they still value the people close to them. One thing is certain. Every time Faye and Yoko appear, the world stops breathing for a moment. And TK and Nur's wedding stunning as it already was, has now been immortalized in internet culture for hosting the most iconic cameo of the year. If the airport sighting was the spark, this wedding appearance is the flame. And fans are waiting breathlessly to see where this fire goes next. Secret footage of Faye and Yoko at TK and Nur'S reception sends internet into meltdown. Just when the world thought Faye and Yoko's quiet reappearance at TK and Nur'S wedding couldn't get any more shocking, new leaked footage from the wedding reception has ignited a fresh wave of hysteria online. What was supposed to be a private celebration has now become the epicenter of global emotional chaos. All because someone in the venue captured a moment so intimate, so soft, and so heart-melting that millions are convinced this is the most romantic Faye and Yoko sighting yet. The video, filmed by what is clearly a guest hiding behind a floral centerpiece, shows Faye and Yoko seated at a small round table during the dinner portion of the wedding. Soft lights glow overhead. Music is low, and the two of them are leaning toward each other in a way that screams comfort, closeness, and a love that needs no drama to be powerful. But the part that sent the internet spiraling is the whisper moment. At exactly 12 seconds into the video, Yoko leans in and whispers something into Faye's ear. Faye doesn't just smile, she melts. Her shoulders relax, her eyes soften, and she lets out a tiny laugh that has now been replayed over 200 million times across platforms in under 48 hours. Fans worldwide are analyzing every micro-expression like it's a message hidden in a sacred text. Some claim Yoko whispered, "I'm proud of you." Others are convinced it was, "You look beautiful tonight." And a particularly dramatic faction insists it was, "I found you again." No one knows, but everyone cares. The internet is now referring to this as the whisper heard around the world. Even more explosive is the second leaked clip, a 28-second moment captured during the late-night portion of the reception. When the crowd had thinned, the dance floor glowed with warm fairy lights, and the mood had shifted into pure romance. In the clip, Faye and Yoko are slow dancing alone, not surrounded by other guests, not participating in a group dance, just the two of them. Yoko's hands are placed gently on Faye's waist, and Faye's arms rest around Yoko's neck, their foreheads nearly touching as they sway to TK and Nur'S final song of the night. The dance looks unchoreographed, natural, two people simply existing in the moment, unaware of the world watching. One wedding guest claims, everyone noticed them, but no one interrupted. It felt sacred, like walking into someone's dream. Another added, Yoko looked at Faye the way someone looks when they finally find home. Fans didn't stand a chance. Comment sections exploded. Who allowed them to be this beautiful? I'm crying and I don't even know why. The airport sighting was nothing compared to this. This is the real-life, soft love arc. Because yes, the airport sighting last week now looks like the prologue compared to this. That moment at the airport was charged, mysterious, full of tension and unspoken possibilities. But this new footage? This is softness. This is warmth. This is peace. It's a glimpse into the private world that Faye and Yoko rarely let anyone see. The most confusing part for fans is that neither Faye nor Yoko have addressed any of it. Not the airport photos, not the wedding appearance, not the leaked videos, nothing. And somehow, that silence only intensifies the magic. TK and Nur'S, now at the center of global attention, briefly commented this morning in an interview. Faye and Yoko brought a beautiful energy to our wedding. We didn't plan it. We didn't expect it. But it made the night feel even more special. They're deeply connected. Anyone can see that. The interviewer attempted to ask more, but TK simply smiled and said, "You'll understand when you see them together." One thing is clear. Faye and Yoko aren't just a couple. They're a phenomenon. Every sighting becomes a story. Every gesture becomes a symbol. Every whisper becomes a mystery the world is desperate to solve. Fans are now waiting, breathless, obsessed, emotionally unstable, for the next appearance, the next moment, the next video that will send the internet into another meltdown. And if the airport was the spark, and TK and Nur'S wedding was the flame, then whatever comes next might very well be the explosion. Faye and Yoko caught, leaving TK and Nur'S wedding hand in hand. Fans declare it the softest love era. Just when the internet finished recovering from the leaked footage of Faye and Yoko slow dancing at TK and Nur'S wedding, another wave of chaos has hit. This time triggered by a late-night video showing the couple leaving the venue together, hand in hand, in what fans are calling their softest and most intimate moment yet. The footage, captured by a wedding staff member who claims they weren't even trying to film, it just happened, shows Faye and Yoko exiting the venue long after most guests had left. The timestamp on the clip reads 1:47 a.m., and the setting is quiet. Fairy lights still glowing, the air misty from the night breeze, the last of the candles flickering by the door. Then the camera catches it. Faye stepping out first, looking tired but peaceful, the kind of peaceful that only comes after hours of dancing, laughing, and feeling everything deeply. A moment later, Yoko appears behind her, wearing the same pearl clasp spotted earlier at the airport, the one fans now declare a symbol of their new era. But it's what happens next that has thrown the world into full emotional disarray. Yoko gently reaches for Faye's hand, not as a dramatic gesture, not for the camera, just naturally, softly, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. And when Faye's fingers curl back around Yoko's, there's a visible smile, tiny, shy, real, that fans have already named the smile that saved 2025. The two walk down the steps together, their strides matching, their hands swinging lightly between them. At one point, Yoko turns her head to say something. The camera can't catch the words, but the way Faye nods and leans in slightly has caused TikTok editors to lose all sense of stability. Within hours, the video spread everywhere. Hashtag Faye Yoko handhold, trending #1 globally. Hashtag soft love era, trending #2. Hashtag they left together, trending #3. And hashtag pearl class theory resurged out of nowhere. People aren't just watching. They're analyzing the way they held hands. Interlocked fingers or palm to palm. Tight grip or gentle. Swinging hands means relaxed, right? Does Faye always smile like that around Yoko? How long have they been holding hands tonight? Why does their energy feel different from the airport sighting? Fan breakdowns got more dramatic by the hour. One viral comment read, "The way she held her hand like it was home. I'm on the floor." Another said, "I was fine until Faye smiled like she was seeing love for the first time." And then, the most liked comment of them all, "If this is their quiet era, I'm terrified of what their loud era will look like." Even the wedding staff couldn't hold back. One server posted anonymously. They stayed until almost 2 a.m. They were laughing, whispering, dancing. They didn't hide anything. Honestly, they looked like they forgot the world existed. TK and Nur themselves addressed the hand-holding moment during a morning radio appearance. Nur laughed softly and said, "Those two left glowing. We weren't surprised. They were in their own world all night." TK added, "I don't want to say too much, but if anyone was meant to walk out of that wedding together, it was them." Fans have now officially named the night. The wedding where love soft-launched itself. People are making edits comparing the airport sighting, intense, mysterious, charged, to the wedding exit, calm, warm, unmistakably intimate. Theories are now forming faster than ever. Did Faye and Yoko have a heart-to-heart during the reception? Did something shift during the slow dance? Have they been together longer than people think? Was the airport sighting actually connected to this wedding all along? And the most popular theory, are they entering a confirmed couple era soon? But the real chaos erupted when a guest leaked an audio snippet from outside the venue. As Faye and Yoko walked toward their car, Yoko can be heard saying softly, "Are you tired?" And Faye replying, "Not with you." The internet imploded. People started making fan art, wallpapers, novels, playlists, and emotional edits based on just those 4 words. Within 24 hours, Faye and Yoko trended in 42 countries simultaneously. Experts say this is no longer just fandom behavior. This is a cultural event, a collective emotional awakening, a real-time romantic saga unraveling in front of millions. And now, rumors are swirling everywhere that Faye and Yoko didn't just leave the wedding together. They were allegedly seen checking into the same hotel afterwards. If true, this saga is only getting started. Because if the airport was the spark, and the wedding was the flame, and the hand-holding was the ignition, then whatever comes next might be the moment that sets the entire world on fire.